Today on Devin Talks Econ, we're going to be talking about the two big players in the world of drinks, soda. And you probably already know who I'm going to say: Coke and Pepsi. Coke and Pepsi have had a hold on the drinks industry really for 50, 60, 70 plus years. These have always been the two big dogs. It's Coke or Pepsi. We're not going to be talking about the history of these two companies, though. We're going to be going into how these two big brands market themselves, and they do it very differently. Starting off with brand identity, Coke probably has one of the best brand identities of any brand in the world. It's Coke. They know who they are. The people know who they are. They rely on their history to back it up and nostalgia. And yeah, it's just Coke. They don't have to explain who or what they are. They don't have to target a certain audience. It's Coke. It's everywhere. Pepsi, on the other hand, definitely is marketed towards a more youthful image, going for specific campaigns targeted at the youth. And both of these strategies obviously have their up and downs, but Coke definitely has the advantage here just because of their history and how old they are. But Pepsi is definitely catching up. Second is how they advertise themselves. Coke, again, is very traditional in this way too. Billboards, TV commercials, slapping a slogan on everything, school gyms, vending machines. You could literally go on and on and on. Coke is just Coke. The names on the side of almost every building. They're almost on every ad. Or not an ad, but the live billboards. They're everywhere. Gas stations. Coke. The Coke brand is everywhere. Pepsi, on the other hand, has been taking a more digital, trying to target the youth approach with TikTok campaigns, celebrity endorsements that might appeal to a younger generation, which is very smart. But Coke, I mean, it's just Coke. There's 4 billboards in my local hometown with just Coke all over it. They know who they are, and they don't have to put that much work into it. And that leads me into my next point: is sponsorships and brand ambassadors. Coke, when you think about Coke, there's not just a specific brand ambassador. It's, Santa Claus or polar bears. It's more of a family. They don't have to really target a specific audience. It's just Coke. Where Pepsi, on the other hand, has mainstream celebrities like Beyonce, Kendall Jenner. They've done these specific campaigns targeted at the youth, and that is a huge difference in between them, because when Coke, they fit everybody. They want your kids to drink it. They want you to drink it. They want your grandparents to drink it. It's everybody drinks Coke. Where Pepsi, on the other hand, they're definitely, you think of Pepsi, you do think of a younger generation. You think of loud, vibrant, colorful, just, the Super Bowl, Katy Perry, the Pepsi halftime show. They're definitely targeted towards a younger generation, and I think in the long term that will help them. But Coke, when you think of Coke, you do think of nostalgia because it's always been around. McDonald's, everything. This Coke is everywhere. The last thing is market localization. This really is where and how they market themselves. Coke has a very decentralized approach to this. They really introduce their product into a market, and it just markets itself because Coke can do that. They don't have to come up with a specific ad to target this audience or this place or this area. It's just Coke. It's going to market itself. Whereas Pepsi, on the other hand, when they go into a new market, they usually have a campaign targeted toward the new audience they're going to. with Coke, you know, in South America, Europe, it really just does its own thing. They don't have special commercials or special Coke for those areas. It's just Coke. Whereas Pepsi, on the other hand, they have made specific campaigns for South America, for Europe, to try to get these places to drink their products. And it does work, but when you have somebody like Coke with the history and the nostalgia they have, it's just hard to beat. Overall, they both have very strong marketing strategies. They are very different, and they both work. They both fit their brand image, and I think that's where the both teams do a very great job in that. Coke's brand image, it fits. They're not trying to be another company. They're not trying too hard to get their product out. It's Coke. Whereas Pepsi is a little less sold because Coke is the #1 selling soda in the world. So Pepsi has to try to go into markets and spread themselves and make themselves bigger. So yeah, at the end of the day, both great companies, both great market strategies. But if you had to ask me, Coke or Pepsi, it's Coke all day. Thank you.